This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, these different variants of if statements we have covered, and we are very free to use all the different variants according to our conditions, according to our problems. We can freely use these different variants of if statements. Right? Now, we have another use of logical operators. Right? So, like the logic C programs allows us to use of three logical operators. Already we have seen and or operator and these not operators. Right? So this particular or operator, you can see here, this one. So this is the or operator here. But singly, if single this particular will be used, this particular symbol will be used, then this is not an or operator, right? So don't use it single in a thought of that you are using the or operator. No, and this single is not a double and. So this is not an and operator, right? So they have their own special meaning. This is what we call as the bitwise operators, right? Bitwise and bitwise or operator. So this is bitwise or operator, this is bitwise and operator. So if you want to take an example of this particular bitwise and operator, so let me give you one example. For example, we have some decimal number here, 12. This pen is not properly working. Okay. 1 minute. So this is 12. Okay, please take it 12, right? So how you will write the 12 in binary form? What is the value of 12 in binary form? This will be 0, 0, 0, 0, right? 1, 1, 0, 0, right? So this is 12. And let us take another decimal number as 25. So what is 25 in decimal binary? I will write it binary 0, 0. This is 1, 1. And then this is 0, 0, and 1. Right? Okay, this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. This is for this one. Right. So what is the AND? What is this bitwise AND? So whenever we have two operands of similar operands we have, then only it is going to produce the output as 1. Otherwise, it is going to produce output as 0. So whenever we are going to do 12 and 25, there is bitwise 12 bitwise 25. So what is the output of this? These are similar, these are not similar, 0 and 1. So its output will be 0. So now see this, whenever the output will be 1, the output is 1 if the two operands are 1. Similar meaning here, the two operands are 1 only. Whenever we have 1, 1, then only we are going to produce the output as 1, right? So let me rewrite this. It is not clearly visible. This pen is not working. Let me take the one note, and here we will take one example. One moment, later. One note. Okay. Okay, now see this one. Now, you know how to write the binaries. Everybody, yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Everybody knows
Yes, sir.
how to write the binaries. Okay, thank you. So so we need to do this bitwise operator 12, decimal number 12, and for example, we have 25. Right? So what is the binary of 12? What is the binary? How we are going to write the binary 12 decimal in the binary? So this is 8 and 4. 8 and 4 is this is 12. So on this we are going to put 1. On rest we are going to put the 0. Right? So it will be primarily it will be 1 1 0 0. Right? This is 4 bit. If you want to write in 8 bits, then this will be 0 0 0 and 0. Okay. Then another number is 25. So what is 25? So if you will see that, yes, how we are going to make it 25? Yes, this is 20, or not this one. We should have this one and not this one. and
0,
this
0,
one.
1.
Okay, so if you will add 16, then 8, and then 1, this will be 25. Okay, so in 4 digits, in 4 binary, how we are going to write 1 1 0 1? This is 25. Not
No,
25. This one 1 1
1
0 0
0.
1. This one. Okay, so this will be 1 1 0 0 1. This one. So, but this is in 5 bits, right? 1 2 3 4 5. We have to make it in 8 bits. So, because the number is positive, we can assign zeros. So, how we are going to write it? This will be 1 0 0 1 1. And the rest is 0. Okay. So, we are going to perform this bitwise AND, right? So, this is bitwise. So, how? What is the output of this? Whenever we have only 1 and 1, then only we are going to produce the output as 1. Otherwise, in the rest cases, we are going to produce the output as 0. Okay. So this will be 1 only. In all the other cases, you can see that all are the different. Note, this is 1, this is 0. So only in one case, whenever the two operands are 1 and 1, then only we are going to produce the output as 1. Otherwise, we are going to produce the output as 0. So all these are the 0, right? So this is how this particular bitwise operator works. It is clear to everyone? Yes, beta?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
in
sir.
printf statement,
Yes, sir.
how we will write %d, and then you have some number x, and then some number y, for example. So in this way, if you will do, then this will be the output. So whatever, this is the binary output, and what is the decimal number equivalent to this particular binary will be printed. Okay, what is the equivalent decimal number, because we have used this %d here. So whatever the decimal number equivalent to the binary, that will be produced. Okay. So this is how the bitwise operator works, and okay, this is okay now. And please join. Please ask others also to join. Only 74. We have 100 plus 10.
Means, sir, the result would be 8.
क्या बेटा?
तो सर इसकी जो ये आई 0 0 ये तो 8 पर ही
Answer is 8. ना sir.
क्या हुआ बेटा?
आंसर मतलब
8
इसका
क्या
8
आई?
हुआ ना सर?
हाँ 8 हुआ इसका.
यस सर.
इसका 8 हुआ. अगर ऐसे नहीं करना आ रहा तो ऐसे कर ले आपको. जैसे ये हम इस तरह से आप जो है, जैसे हमने वैल्यू बॉक्स थ्योरी में देखा था, वैल्यू बॉक्स में कैसे करते थे, ये 1 इस तरह से इंक्रीज करते जाएंगे 2 की पावर में इंडेक्स को. ठीक है, जैसे आपने 8 बनाना है तो कैसे बनाओगे, यहाँ पे 1 पुट करो, बाकी सब 0. अगर आपने 16 बनाना है तो कैसे बनाओगे, यहाँ 1 पुट करा, बाकी सब 0. ठीक है, इसी तरह से कॉम्बिनेशन से आप कोई भी बाइनरी बना सकते हो. इससे 12 बनाना तो कैसे बनाओगे, 8 और 4 बाकी 0. ठीक है बेटा.
सर डबल एंड यूज करना पड़ेगा या फिर सिंगल एंड से काम चल जाएगा?
क्या करना पड़ेगा
सर डबल एंड यूज करना पड़ेगा क्या एंड ऑपरेटर बनाने के लिए? सर एक्स
ये वाला
एंड
ये
वाई से लिखा है आपने.
ये बेटा सिंगल है, तभी तो बिटवाइज ऑपरेटर है, तभी तो कंफ्यूज नहीं करना उसके अंदर. व्हाट वी सेड, देयर इज द स्क्रीन, this is the screen. Let me share other. This one. So you do not need to be confused between this double and this particular. Double AND is and operators, right? This is the, and this single is this single one is the bitwise operator, right? We will see the more functionalities about this and this or. So these are the bitwise. On the bits they are all going to work. First they convert it into the binary format, then they are going to apply it on the this particular binary pattern, and whatever they will produce, we are going to print it using the percent these specifiers, right? So likewise we have OR operators, and okay now, so different operators we can use in this if and else statement. Different use of these operators can be done. Now take this example. Can you produce the program for this particular example? See this, read this example. Here, the marks obtained by the student in 5 different subjects out of hundreds are input to the keyboard. So in the scanf, how many variables you will take? In the scanf,
5.
5
5.
variables you will, and through the
Sorry.
through the keyboard you are going to take all the values entered by the user in these variables. Right? The student get a division as per the following rules. So what are the rules? The percentage above or equals to 60 is first division. So can you make this particular program using if-else structure and use of these logical operators?
Yes,
By
sir.
combining the logical operators and this and or these operators, can you make the program for this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
everybody please have a look on the problem statement. So first figure out what is the problem. We have to make the program by entering the subjects marks in different 5 subjects, and these percentage will be given according to the following rules. So we have to print these output according to these rules. So what we have to do, we have to calculate the program to calculate the division obtained by the student, right? So you just need to enter the marks and the program will output the division according to these rules. Okay. So let's have a look on this. See this program now. We have taken these variables, different variables. One is the first subject marks, second subject, third, fourth, fifth, 5 subjects. We are going to take it from the user and we are going to calculate the percentage. So we have taken one variable as a PER percentage. Then we will enter through the keyboard. We are going to take from the keyboard using printer, and from the scanner we use this %d, right? Although what other specifiers you can use here in place of the %d? Yes, beta.
Percent है.
परसेंट आई या वो भी यूज कर सकते हैं.
Ideally you should use %f, right? Ideally you should use %f, because whenever we will give marks to the student, it is something, sometime it is 40.5, 30.5. So in decimal places we allocate the marks. So you should use the %f. So don't be too rigid that we are going to take input the marks in integer format only. So this is address, right? So on this particular M1 variable, a space will be created in the memory, and that particular location marks will be stored inside the memory at the location tagged by the this variable M1. So M1 is a tag for the memory, M2 is a tag, then all these are tagged to the memory at different locations. Then we'll calculate the percentage according to the formula, and the rules that are specified is placed in the if-else structures, if-else nested if-else structure according to these rules. So if percentage is greater than 60, straightforward we are going to enter the first division. Else, if this condition will be false, then what we will do? Okay, one moment. So after this, if this will not be done, then we come to the else condition. So you can specify the curly braces here, no harm in the curly braces. Specifying the curly braces, there is no harm, right? Here and here. Okay. Then else if the percentage is greater than 50, then again you can specify the curly braces. So this is the nesting. This is nest. What we have done. We have done this nesting of if else. Inside the if else, we have done the nesting. So according to your convenience, you can do whatever the type of nesting you want inside the if else. You can do that. Okay. So if this condition is true, then this is second division. Else what we will do, if this is not, then if it is greater than 40, then we'll do this. Otherwise the student is fail. Okay. And you need to take care that these curly, whenever you are starting these curly braces, then this should, whatever the opening braces, how many opening braces we have, they should match with the closing braces. You just count it. Whatever the curly braces that are open, they should be closed as well. Otherwise there will be an error. Okay beta, it is clear to everyone?
सर इसमें हमने ऊपर डिक्लेयर कर रखे हैं इंटीजर्स के फॉर्म में
Yes, sir.
मार्क्स को, और फिर नीचे उसमें फ्लोट में ले लेंगे इनपुट, ऐसे हो सकते हैं?
क्यों नहीं हो सकता बेटा? ऐसे तो कहीं
सर
स्पेसिफाइड नहीं है.
सर फ्लोट की वैल्यू
डेसिमल
इंटीजर में स्टोर हो जाएगी?
क्यों नहीं होगा बेटा, डेसिमल अप टू डेसिमल प्लेस ले लेगा ना, डॉट के बाद जो है 0000 स्पेसिफाई करेगा, क्योंकि हमने फॉर्मेट स्पेसिफायर क्या कर दिया है, डेसिमल फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट कर दिया है।
नहीं सर, हमने ऊपर तो इंटीजर डिक्लेयर कर रखे हैं, ये M1 M2
हाँ
इसमें,
हाँ
लेकिन अब आप कह रहे हो कि अगर %f डाल देंगे तो ये फ्लोट में किसी के 0.5 ले लेगा, तो उसे वो पहले फिर इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट नहीं करेगा मार्क्स
नहीं
को?
बेटा, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ अगर आप जो है कोई भी, जैसे आपने इंटीजर 30 यहाँ पे मेंशन किया, ठीक है ना, आपने यहाँ पे एंटर करते हुए 30 मेंशन किया, मार्क्स 30 है, तो आपने मार्क्स और यहाँ पे आपने क्या लगाया, %f लगाया, तो ये 30 नहीं लेगा, इसको क्या लेगा, ये 30 पॉइंट अप टू 6 डेसिमल प्लेस काउंट करेगा इसको, ठीक है, इस तरह से काउंट करेगा ये, डॉट के बाद
लेकिन सर अगर हम
600।
30.5 डाल देंगे तो,
हाँ
अगर हम 30.5 डाल देंगे तो
अगर 30.5 डालेंगे और %f लिया है हमने, तो यहाँ पे 30.5 लेगा बेटा, क्या प्रॉब्लम आएगी इसमें, किसमें आएगी?
सर ऊपर तो लेकिन हमने इंटीजर डिक्लेयर कर रखा है, इंटीजर तो है ही नहीं अभी ये 30.5।
यहाँ पे ये वाले बोल रहे हो, ये वाला?
यस सर।
ओके, यू आर सेइंग कि यहाँ पे जो हमने इंटीजर डिक्लेयर किया है, तो कीबोर्ड से हम 30.5 डालेंगे यहाँ से, बट इट विल ट्रंकेट बिकॉज वी हैव टेकन दिस एज एन इंटीजर, सो इट विल ट्रंकेट आफ्टर द डेसिमल प्लेस, सो इट विल
Yes,
गिव
sir.
द 30 फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट में स्टोर करने की वजह से इट विल टेक 30.0000 अप टू 6 डेसिमल प्लेस। ओके, दिस इज द आंसर। आर
तो
यू
सर
गेटिंग द
ऊपर भी
आइडिया?
तो, सर यस, तो ऊपर भी तो फ्लोट में ही करना पड़ेगा अगर हमें फ्लोट में वैल्यूज चाहिए तो।
बाय देखो, जनरल रूल से चलोगे तो फ्लोट ही करना चाहिए इधर, लेकिन ठीक है, प्रोग्रामिंग करते हुए हमने कर दिया कि जब उस टाइम पे ध्यान नहीं था कि ठीक है, मैं यहाँ इंटीजर कर दिया, बाद में हम यहाँ कर रहे हैं फ्लोट, अगर यहाँ फ्लोट करेंगे तो इस तरह से आ जाएगा 30.00, लेकिन हमें आइडली यहाँ भी फ्लोट रखना चाहिए अपना ना, यहाँ या तो डबल रखो आप इसको, डबल या फ्लोट वैल्यूज को रखो इसको, आइडली हमारा ये होना चाहिए, अगर नहीं करते हो तो इस तरह से कन्वर्जन कर लेगा इसको, ठीक है। फिर आपका सबसे पहले जो भी एंटर करोगे नंबर, उससे ट्रंकेट हो जाए, क्योंकि हमने इंटीजर ले लिया ना इधर, तो यहाँ पे इंटीजर की वजह से ट्रंकेशन हो जाएगी, इधर 30 रह जाएगा, और फिर हम उसको दोबारा से इंटीजर को फ्लोट में स्टोर कर रहे हैं अगर एफ लगा के, तो यहाँ पे फिर 30.0 अप टू 6 डेसिमल प्लेस तक आ जाएगा। ओके
ओके सर।
Okay, now so this is what, so let me erase the drawing first. So this is what, so this is the first method that you can do, so this is one way. What is the second method? Is there another method also? Normal, and then okay, let's come to this. In the first method, we can observe that the program uses the nested if else. So is there some other method? Can you do it using the logical operators as well? This approach leads to the following three disadvantages. If you are going to follow this particular approach, then what are the disadvantages of following this if else, if else, if else, if else? You, although your program is right, but the methodology that you have followed is number of if else inside the if else and if else, right? If this is the problem, and so you observe how many if else you have used, and sometimes you get confused that how to track all these if else. So is there some another approach through which you can make the program, right? So what are the disadvantages of using this previous method? As the number of conditions go on increasing, the level of indentations also increases and increases, right? Goes on increasing. What is indentation? Meaning inside this if, then we have this else, then we have again we have used the if, then we have used the else. So these are the indentations. Not different number of if else, if else, if else. We are going to keep on increasing according to my problem statement. Can't we solve this particular problem in a very nicely manner using some type of other operators, right? So this is one disadvantage, that we need to keep track of all the indentations. Then second is care need to be exercised to match the corresponding if and else. If there is an if, then there should be an else condition then, right? So we need to take care about that also. Care need to be exercised to match the corresponding pair of braces. As I said, if we have curly braces open, then corresponding curly braces should be closed. So we need to track each and everything. So this is a type of problematic thing for us in order to track all these things. So what we will do we have some other method? Can you suggest some other method to do this program?
सर else if use कर लेंगे।
But we have used that else if. Okay.
नहीं
Oh,
सर,
okay. This is
एक
one approach.
if के
Okay,
बाद
okay.
आप
Okay, fine. What other approaches we can use? What other approach we can use?
सर, जो हम using AND operator.
Statements.
Yes.
Switch.
See the other approach that we can use. The second method that we have. See here, we have used the logical operators, right? Now we have the first, if you compare the first method with the second method, there you will see that only with using these operators, these AND operators, we are able to solve the problem. So rather than writing if else, then if else, what you can do, if you can have the availability of these logical operators you have, if you can perform your logic according to these logical operators, that it is fine. You can get the result. So it is advisable that whenever it is necessary or whenever you think that the logical operators is of your use, you are free to use them, so that your code will be less number of lines. Your code is having the less number of lines and still producing the good output. Okay. So again the same logic is done, but now we have reduced all these else statement. So if percentage is greater than 60, it is fine. If it is greater than 50 and it is less than 60, then the second division. This is the logic. This was the only logic. So we have used this AND operator, right? This AND operator we have used. And again in the third division case, we have again used this AND operator. Then this way, in this manner, we can form this particular logic. So both methods, if you will compare, then the method number 2 is easy to do it if you know about these logical operators, right? Okay, you got the idea?
सर ये if लिखेंगे
Yes,
या
yes, sir.
else if लिखेंगे?
Which one better?
आपने सर आपने 4 बार if लिख रखा है,
So what? So what?
तो सर else if नहीं होना चाहिए?
See,
if else if
we
लास्ट में else
see
आता
better.
है.
We have just used a single statement. It is not necessary to provide this else condition, because if you remember from the first slides, we have just started this control structure using if only. See this. Later on we come across the else statement. Initially we
Sir,
are
वो-
only with the if only.
सर एक सिंटेक्स नहीं होता है else if करके, उसे यूज नहीं कर सकते आप? ये आपने if लगाया है बहुत बार.
Beta, we can use that, but this is also a method. We can go with that also. We have the number of varieties of methods are available. But what I want to communicate here is that if you have the availability of the logical operators and if you can use it fruitfully, then you should use it.
सर हम
Okay,
वो
you
नहीं
just-
कह रहे, सर हम कह रहे हैं ये लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर तो सही है, लेकिन यहाँ पे ये if की जगह else if नहीं लिखते? else if एक else if नहीं होता जैसे पाइथन में elif होता है वैसे?
भाई else
Better
if भी
this-
लिख सकते हैं, इससे भी चल जाएगा.
इसके साथ else लगाना जरूरी नहीं होता.
बेटा ये
हाँ?
पाइथन की क्लास थोड़ी ना है, ये सी का अपना सिंटैक्स है. अगर आप चला के देखो तो रन कर जाए. Okay.
else if लिख सकते हैं,
लिख सकते
आप
हैं,
पाइथन
इससे भी
क्लास
चल
में
जाएगा.
इससे भी चल जाएगा.
हाँ,
बेटा पाइथन की क्लास के स्ट्रक्चर्स दूसरे हैं, वहां पे जो है अलग तरह से उनका सिंटैक्स है. पाइथन की क्लास थोड़ी ना ले रहे हो. अब पैरेलली दो प्रोग्राम ही कंफ्यूज करोगे तो कैसे काम चलेगा? जैन ओके.
ओके सर.
Kunal Singh. Okay, this is one way. Now coming to two distinct disadvantages can be, again these are distinct advantages of the second method. The matching precisely, the precisely mismatching of if with their corresponding else get avoided, as there is no else statement in this approach. Right? So we do not need to take care about this else and how many times we need to put it. We actually don't care about the else now. Right? The second, in spite of using the several conditions, the program does not creep to the right. In the program first method, the statement went to creeping to the right. If you observe the first method, then we keep on moving toward the right. Why right? Because we are keep on increasing the if else, if else, if else. So it is keep on going toward the right. This effect becomes more pronounced as the number of conditions goes on increasing. That is fine. This would make the task matching if with the corresponding else. The same thing it is written, right? So if we have no different type of conditions and we keep on increasing this using the if else, then it is keep on creeping towards the right. So that will be more hectic for us to manage the program. So it is better that whenever it is availability of these AND operators or logical operators, fruitfully if you can use them, you should use them, right? Okay, so this is what now. This thing you are asking, I think who was asking, Kunal or Jen? Yes, beta.
Yes, sir. That was I was talking about.
So that's why I'm saying that we are not. That's why we are not very rigid. That Python has some different syntax. Maybe there you can go with this, but here we can use all three methods. That is free to use. But the question is that which particular method we should use. The method that we should use is which is easy for us, in which the code is not complex. Although we have the ladder of if else here also. So observe this program using this particular method. See this again, the same method we have used. If this one, then again we have else if, then else if, then else if this one. Right? Observe that this program reduces the indentation to the statements. Here, every else is associated with the previous if. The last else goes to work only if the conditions fails. Right? So all these are associated with the previous. Otherwise, the else, the last part, with the last part, okay, this one, except this one. If the condition above conditions will fail, then we strictly come to this particular last part, right? So the last else goes to the work only if the conditions fails, even if even in else if ladder the last else is an optional. So note the else if clause is nothing different. It is just a way of rearranging the else with the if allows. This would be evident that okay, that same thing is written. You can use this also. You can use the first method, second method, third method. It is up to you that which particular method you want to use. But these are the different variations through which you can operate according to your problem, right? So whichever method suits to you, you should opt for that. But it is suggested that if we can reduce this else structure, we should reduce it. Okay.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर
Yes, बेटा.
सर आपने जो ये एलसीफ लिखा है और जो हम इफ एल्स यूज करें तो उसमें फर्क क्या है? सिर्फ कर्ली ब्रेसेस का ही ओनली?
बेटा वहां पे क्या था? वहां पे एक हमने ब्लॉक एक इफ एल्स के अंदर ब्लॉक कर दिया था.
हाँ, सेमीकोलन कर्ली ब्रेसेस है.
हाँ, क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
और यहाँ सर कर्ली ब्रेसेस नहीं सर. एल्स के जो हमने पहले मेथड 1 पढ़ा था उसमें सर हम क्या कर रहे थे? एल्स के बाद कर्ली ब्रेसेस लगा के फिर ये लिख रहे थे और यहाँ सिर्फ कर्ली ब्रेसेस ही तो हट गया है सर. आई थिंक और तो सब सही.
फर्स्ट मेथड में हमने क्या किया था? देखो एक सेकंड देखो.
फर्स्ट
ये वाला मेथड था.
यस सर. तो इसमें सिर्फ हमने कर्ली ब्रेसेस ही तो हटाई है सर जो अभी थर्ड मेथड में, और तो हमने कुछ अलग से किया नहीं है.
यहाँ पे हमने एक सेकंड रुको, यहाँ से हम इफ पे चले, राइट? अगर ये ट्रू होगा तो हमने प्रिंट किया, अगर नहीं होगा तो हम इस वाले स्ट्रक्चर पे आ गए, राइट? ये वाला स्ट्रक्चर कहाँ से कहाँ तक है? यहाँ से यहाँ तक है, ठीक है? और यहाँ पे हमने इफ किया, अगर ट्रू है तो अंदर गए, एल्स हमने क्या किया? इस पे आ गए, ठीक है? अगर ये नहीं है तो ट्रू हुआ तो अंदर गए, एल्स इस पे आ गए, ठीक है? तो हमने इनफैक्ट हमने किया क्या है यहाँ पे? इफ के बाद हमने किया है, अगर ये ट्रू हुआ तो एल्स इफ हमने क्या किया है? परसेंटेज ग्रेटर देन 50 अगर है, यहाँ पे आ गया, और अदरवाइज हाँ ठीक है, इस एल्स इफ को हमने इकट्ठा लिख दिया, राइट?
यस सर, वही पूछ रहा था. उसमें मतलब हमने सिर्फ कर्ली ब्रेसेस को ही हटा दिया, बाकी कोड तो हमने सेम ही कर दिया.
ठीक है, सेम ही. शिट यार, इसमें तो करंट है यार, क्या हो गया है? एक सेकंड रुको.
आर यू ओके सर? कंफर्म लगा सर आपको?
लग गया बेटा, अब क्या ओके है तो लग गया। अब तो अर्थिंग की प्रॉब्लम है इधर।
मतलब छोटा मोटा ही होगा सर।
ठीक है, एनीवेज कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। सेम किया है, एल्स इफ को जो है इकट्ठा लिख दिया इधर। डिफरेंट देखो डिफरेंट वेरिएशंस है, जब प्रोग्राम यूज टू हो जाओगे ना तो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वेरिएशन से कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं। इफ के साथ उस थर्ड मेथड में हमने किया कुछ नहीं है, यहाँ इसको जो ये इधर लगाया हुआ था ना, ये इधर हमने इसको इकट्ठा लिख दिया है एल्स इफ करके। इसको भी हमने क्या किया है, एल्स इफ करके रख दिया है। देखो थर्ड मेथड को कंपेयर करो। वन मोमेंट, वेर इज थर्ड मेथड, दिस ओके, वही किया हुआ है। ठीक है, उसको ये कर्ली ब्रेसेस हटा के देखो देखो, जब हम स्टार्टिंग से चलते हैं किसी चीज में, सबसे पहले बेसिक लेके चलते हैं कि नहीं, सबसे पहले हम कर्ली ब्रेसेस लगाएंगे। आइडली हमें क्या करना चाहिए, आइडली वी शुड प्रोवाइड द कर्ली ब्रेसेस व्हेनेवर वी यूज द एफ, वी शुड एक्सप्लिसिटली वी शुड मेंशन इट द कर्ली ब्रेसेस। तो आइडली तो हमें ऐसा भी नहीं लिखना चाहिए, आइडली तो हमें ये जो मेथड नंबर हमारा जो फर्स्ट था ना वही लिखना चाहिए हमें आइडली। लेकिन
यस सर,
उससे
बिल्कुल
थोड़ा सा हट के जो है हमने बस, अगर आपके पास हो सकता है तो आप लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स का यूज कर लो, दैट विल बी बेनिफिशियल। अदरवाइज जो है यू स्टिक विद द ऑल ट्रेडिशनल मेथड्स, वहां पे जो है आपके गलती होने के चांसेस नहीं रहेंगे। अदरवाइज जो आप यहाँ पे मैचिंग करते रह जाओगे यहाँ पे कि इसका इफ एल्स छूट गया कि कौन सा सिंटेक्स था, किस तरह से यूज करना है। आप एक चीज पकड़ लो, सबसे पहले इफ और लास्ट में उसका एल्स होगा बस। इन बिटवीन आप कितने भी इफ एल्स उसी स्ट्रक्चर में बनाते जाओ, ठीक है। ओके
ओके सर, यस सर, समझ गया सर।
अब देख लो एक एग्जांपल और देख लो, एग्जांपल्स देखते जाओ, आगे बढ़ते जाओ इसमें। तो यूज ऑफ लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स में क्या है, द मार्क्स ऑब्टेन्ड एम बाय स्टूडेंट्स इन 5 डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स आर इनपुट थ्रू द कीबोर्ड। ये आपका कंडीशंस दिया हुआ है, दीज आर द conditions A plus grade is given, B grade is given, C plus grade is given, and everything is given. Write a program to calculate the grade obtained by the students in all 5 subjects. Can you calculate it now using all these, whatever the method you follow? If else statement. So probably I hope that you will use these logical operators in this particular program. Yes, can you make it now? Yes, everybody. Using if else.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't use only if else, but also use this use of logical operators. Use and operators, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes sir, we
Okay.
can use this type also। जैसे आपने सर जैसे लिखा है 91 लेस देन इक्वल टू m लेस देन इक्वल टू 100 ना, तो हम डायरेक्टली ऐसे भी यूज कर सकते हैं विदाउट एंड यूज किए।
बिल्कुल कर सकते हो, लेकिन अब उस वाले मेथड से अगर आप करोगे तो आपका स्ट्रक्चर देखो कितना बड़ा बनेगा, है ना?
नो सर, वो तो सही, मतलब जो सेकंड मेथड आपने कराया था जिसमें लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स का यूज कर रहे थे हम, इसमें भी हम लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स का यूज कर रहे थे, बट इसमें हम एंड का यूज नहीं करते। ओनली सिर्फ इतना लिख देंगे 91 लेस देन इक्वल टू m लेस देन इक्वल टू 100, ऐसे लिख सकते हैं।
एक ही बार में लिख दोगे ऐसे?
यस सर, मैं वही पूछ रहा हूँ, एक ही बारी में लिख सकते हैं ऐसे?
एंड ऑपरेटर, लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स का यूज करो इसके अंदर, ऐसे नहीं। आप तो ये बोल रहे हो कि सीधा इसी लाइन को मैं पुट कर दूंगा इसके अंदर, मामला खत्म है ना?
यस सर, यही पूछ रहा हूँ। यस सर, यही पूछ रहा हूँ।
ये इस तरह से नहीं, आप लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स का यूज करो इसके अंदर।
ओके
ओके, सो नाउ आप देखो एग्जांपल को देखो, ये स्लाइड्स के अंदर जो एग्जांपल्स है ना, ये ऐसे नहीं है कि डिस्कस किया और ये हट गए। इसमें जितने भी एग्जांपल डिस्कस उसको बना के देखना एक बार प्रोग्राम, ठीक है?
ओके सर जी।
स्लाइड्स में सब इसको एग्जांपल को जो है एक बार कोड करके देखो सबको। अनदर एग्जांपल, a company insures drivers by the following cases: if the driver is married, if the driver is unmarried, male, and so all these different conditions are given. So what they want, in all the other cases the driver is not insured. So this is a statement, so when a particular driver will get insured, and when he will get insured on the basis of these following conditions. If the marital status, gender, and the age of the driver are the inputs, write a program to determine whether the driver is insured or not. So the company will give the insurance to the driver or not according to these following conditions. So use the logical operators and if-else structure. So you can come across, even you can make this particular program using 3 methods as well. So it's up to you that whichever method you will see that it is a less number of lines of code and probably giving the right answer, you should adopt that. Okay. So this will be the output. Either the driver should be insured or the driver should not get the insurance, right? So this will be the output. Okay. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So this is another example. You please try to code it, and on the basis of this logical operators only, on the basis of if-else structure and the logical operators, right?
Sir,
All
step
the-
the previous slide पे जाइएगा.
we have given this already. The code is given. You can have a look on this code. See this. From the input, we have taken the age, gender, and marital status. And the marital status is he is married. The driver is insured. Else, the gender is again married and checking the condition age is greater than 30. So inside the else condition, what we have used without logical operators, this is the program. So can you use the logical operators in this? At the appropriate place, can you use the logical operators?
Yes, sir.
So which type of logical operators you are going to use? Probably in this particular program, we should use and the or operators, both. If the driver is married, or should we use or not? Let me see this. Driver is married, okay. If the driver is unmarried, male and above 30. Okay, I have come to the unmarried, and we should use only the and operator here. Probably or operator will not be used. Can you tell me when the or operator will be used? If we can specify one more condition here. Yes, use of or operators.
Sir, we can combine the three
The
statements by
driver is,
using.
if the condition is like that, no matter whether driver is married or unmarried, no matter whether the driver is married or unmarried, but he should be male and above 30 age only. Then he will get the insurance. If this will be the condition, then we will use this or. If the driver marital status is what? For example, this is let us call this marital status MS, right? If the marital status equals to what? Married, right? Or marital status what? Equals to unmarried. In a single condition you can write it. And after this checking this, no matter he's married or unmarried, then what we'll do? And age is greater than 30. Are you getting the point? Yes, beta.
Sir,
Yes,
लेकिन married,
Sir.
लेकिन अगर
Yes.
सर मैरिड है तो उसको 30 इयर्स की एज होना जरूरी थोड़ा है.
नहीं बेटा, मैं कंडीशन और का बोल रहा हूँ, मैं कंडीशन और की बोल रहा हूँ. अगर हम एक कंडीशन और इसमें जो है एक्सप्लिसिटली मेंशन कर रहा हूँ कि मैरिड हो या अनमैरिड हो, कोई मैटर नहीं करता है, ठीक है. एज जो है अबाउट 30 होगी ये मैटर करता है, और वो मेल होगा ही होगा ये मैटर करता है. तो इसमें आप लॉजिकल और एंड ऑपरेटर को कैसे फिट करोगे, ये क्वेश्चन है.
ओके सर.
पहले वाले में और ऑपरेटर फिट कर दो, मैरिड अनमैरिड मुझे एंटर तो हमने यूजर से करा लिया है, लेकिन मैटर नहीं कर रहा है वो. तो मैरिड हो अनमैरिड हो दैट डजंट मैटर. और एंड कंडीशन में क्या आएगा कि होना ही चाहिए हमारा मेल, होना ही चाहिए हमारी एज 30, राइट. So likewise, you just try to fit on the appropriate place where we are going to put this logical AND operator and the OR operator in this if-else structure, and probably come out with the lesser number of lines of code. Okay. So this is one program without the logical operators. You can see this is without logical. Now you try to fit all your AND operators and logical OR operators, and try to reduce the number of lines of code. Okay. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have made this program. You just check it. Check it. The use of logical operators. See, age, enter, gender, and marital status is there. If the marital status is married or marital status is unmarried, right? If this is condition, for example, this condition is false, we can move to this condition. That doesn't matter. If this condition is true, again we can check this particular condition. And then gender is male, and then this condition must be true. If this particular gender, see this and operator, if this particular gender is equals to female, for example here. So if in case this is female, then it gets fails. Once this condition will get failed, our compiler will not check this particular age. The compiler will not go to check this particular age. Once this particular, the condition before this and get fails, we will not check the age. Are you following the idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But in this case, if this condition get fails, in case of OR operator, if this condition get fails, we are going to check the next condition. But what if this particular condition get true? If this particular condition get true, do we really need to check this condition, or does it matter that we this particular should be unmarried or married if this is true? No, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So according to these conditions, appropriately we are going to, in a single if condition, we are going to put all these logical OR and AND operator and see how we have reduced this particular code from larger number of lines of code to smaller number of lines. Right? This is how we have reduced this by putting the logical operators at appropriate place. If these conditions, all these conditions are truncated, all these conditions are combined in a single if statement. Otherwise, if these conditions are not met, we simply say that driver will not get the insurance. Okay.
Yes, sir. समझ गया.
There are others. Yes, Venkataram.
सर सर एक बार दोबारा बताना एंड और ओवर.
Okay, beta. Venkataram Reddy, are you following this, beta? Vignesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Garima is present in the class?
Yes, sir.
Garima, are you following this?
Yes, sir.
And who else? Yes, Srikant. Srikant,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
are you seeing this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, more examples are there. Okay, so again, let me erase all these things. So according to that problem, it is given that the driver is married. So if the driver is married, so these are the list of those cases in which the driver get insured. So out of the problem statement, we filtered out what are the conditions in which the driver will get insurance. The first condition is that driver is married, right? The second is that driver is unmarried. So can you see that both cases, in both cases he will get insurance, whether no matter he is married or he is unmarried, but in both conditions he is going to get the insurance. Who was asking that? Repeat the Kunal.
No, sir.
Sir, I am.
No, sir. I was not.
Nitesh.
Yes, Nitesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yes, sir. Okay. Can you see that the driver will get the insurance no matter he's a married or unmarried? So no matter he's a married or he's unmarried. So that's why the or condition. From this condition, from these two, from these two lines we will get, okay, it doesn't really matter whether he is married or unmarried. So that's why we are going to put the or condition, right? So then again read it. So B condition, driver is unmarried, male, above 30. So then we are going to compare the gender, right? After this, what we are going to compare? So okay, if it really doesn't it matter whether he is married or unmarried, so what we have to do? Whether the gender is male, if he is the male and above the age 30. So these both conditions should be met, male and above 30. So can you see the inherent end condition here? Yes, Nitesh, male
Yes, sir.
and above 30. So that's why he should be male and above 30. Definitely he will get the insurance. So when the program, when we'll enter the conditions, when we enter these age, gender and marital status from the keyboard, then you will come to this line. You will check, okay, I have entered male. Okay, I have entered married. So married is done. Then this condition is true. Then you check what? This is gender is male or greater than 30. If this is okay, that is fine. So it means that this particular condition B up to this point, the condition B is true. So once this condition is B is true, no matter, please mind it, no matter after this or condition, this is false or what, it doesn't matter. After, if we have two operands here, operand 1 and operand 2, right? If it is true, it really doesn't matter whether it is false or not. Our answer will be true.
Yes,
This
sir.
is simple. If we have 1 or 0, it is always 1, right? But
Yes, sir.
if in case it is false, then what we'll check? After this, we are going to check whether this is true or false. If this is true, then the answer will be true. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So likewise, these operators work. So in case of the or operator, if this is true, then it doesn't matter. We really harding. We do not care whether this is false or true. The result will be true. But in case of the AND operator, if this is false, no matter whether this is true or false, the result will always be false, right? So likewise, for this condition, we have again the driver is unmarried, right? Married, unmarried, and the gender is female. So gender is female here, and the age is this one. If from this, if we will come to this condition, then we are going to put in the or condition, either this one or either this one. So can you put it in the logic now? Yes. Yes, Ritesh, I think it's pretty simple now. Okay. Should we move?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Now coming to, so we can conclude that the and this
Sir, where sir associativity and
following programming system, when they are useful, when it is to be tested whether
yes sir, आप बोल रहे थे सर, आपने पहले दिखाया यस सर, एंड की हमारी एसोसिएटिविटी ज्यादा होगी ना सर और से, जो आपने सर वो शीट दिखाई थी उस दिन सर, उसके अकॉर्डिंग एंड को ज्यादा प्रेफर करेंगे ना, मतलब एंड को पहले ऑपरेट करेंगे ना।
तो व्हाट बेटा?
तो फिर सर जैसे हम जो पिछले वाला प्रोग्राम अभी सर आपने कोड लिखा था जिसका मैरिड एंड मैरिड वाला,
ये बेटा यहाँ पे प्रिंटर स्टेटमेंट नहीं है, यहाँ पे जो एसोसिएटिविटी देख रहे हो, ये हम यहाँ पे कोई रूल नहीं है कि आप एसोसिएटिविटी पहले है तो इसको सर हमने बाद में लिखना है या इसको पहले लिखना है, आप अपनी के हिसाब से लिखोगे। एसोसिएटिविटी आपने कब देखनी है? जब आप प्रिंट कर रहे हो किसी चीज को।
ओके सर,
देखिए यहाँ पे हमने प्रिंट थोड़ा करा है, यहाँ तो हम लॉजिक लगा रहे हैं।
यस सर, अगर हमें प्रिंट करना है तो हमें एसोसिएटिविटी देखनी होगी, अदरवाइज हम डायरेक्टली लेफ्ट टू राइट चलेंगे।
हाँ हाँ
ओके सर,
ठीक है ना। एसोसिएटिविटी वाली ये तो सिंपल आपका जो एक रियल सिनेरियो, जैसे हम बोले कि ये भी होना चाहिए और ये भी होना चाहिए, तो उसके लिए क्या करते हो? एंड ही तो करते हो, दिस एंड दिस।
यस सर,
सिंपल जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि ये हो जाए या ये भी हो जाए तो दोनों ही केस में चल जाएगा। तो जब हम बोलते हैं कि ये हो जाए या ये हो जाए, दोनों ही केस में चल जाएगा, वहां पे हम और यूज कर लेते हैं सिंपली। ठीक है, इसको ऐसे रियल सेंस में इस तरह से देखना है। और हमारा सिंपल जैसे डे टू डे लाइफ में हम बात करते हैं, दैट इज सिंपल और। ओके ओके, नाउ सो प्लीज माइंड इट, जब आपको प्रोग्रामिंग करनी है तो यूजफुल केसेस कहाँ पे होंगे जहाँ पे आप थिंक कर सकते हो वी शुड यूज दिस लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स. So there are probably although there are many cases, but these are the these are two high cases where we should definitely use this and or operators. When it is to be tested, whether the value fall within the particular range. So you can think about using this particular and or operators. Okay. When after the testing of several conditions, the outcome is only one of the two answers. This problem is often called yes or no problem, right? So you have several conditions. If you can see in this problem, in the previous problem, if you will observe, so this particular problem is yes or no problem. Driver will get the insurance, yes or no. These are two answers to this problem. Yes, better. So whenever you have such situations, whenever you have such situations in which you have to test number of conditions. Yes, we have tested number of conditions here, but what is the outcome? The outcome is in the form of yes or no. So whenever you come, across such type of situations, then you can think of applying these particular and or operators. But we are not very rigid. But these are the cases. But you can think about doing applying these and or operators so as to of lines of code. Okay. So this is what there can be one or more situations other than checking ranges or yes or no problem. So where you might find logical operator useful. That's why we are saying these are probably high situations where you can think about applying the and or operators. So this is condition number 1 and condition number 2. But there are many other cases also where so that totally depends upon your problem to problem. But whenever you come across such type of situations, then you can think about applying the and or logical operators. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now coming to use of logical
Yes,
operators
sir.
again, let's have more examples. Write a program to calculate the salary as per the given for this particular table. So these are the gender is male, year of service is this one, then qualification this one, the salary will be this one. So in the output you have to produce the salary only. In the output you have to produce the salary only, and what are the different conditions? There are the many conditions. This is condition number 1, then condition number 2, condition number 3. You have to check all conditions and then you are going to come to this salary. Now can you program this? Can you program this or not? Quickly look on this particular program.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now here I suggest that whenever a particular problem is given in form of words, you just try to break that particular problem in form of table so that it will be easy for you to apply these and or logical operators. Can you see? If the gender is male and year of service is greater than equals to 10 and the postgraduate and postgraduate and the qualification is okay, he have taken the qualification in form of zeros and 1. So 0 is post graduation and for graduation I think the qualification is 1, right? So you encode it 0 or 1, either way you can encode it 0 or 1 or 1 or 0, whatever it suits you, right? If the qualification is 0, then if this is the case, so this is the first condition. After this we are going to apply this or condition. What is the second case? If this is this one, we are going to get this one, right? What is the other condition we have? If the gender is male, okay, and year of service is less than 10, and qualification is this one is okay. So probably we are talking about this particular conditions, right? In this particular case, if you will see, we are checking the two conditions using the or operators, and in between we are applying the and operators. Yes, for these two conditions. Yes, beta. For these two conditions, this is the line. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is better. So if you start writing in, then this is the first condition, if condition. This is the first condition. If this is the case, then you do this. Then after this, we are having the 10,000 as a salary in both cases. Which cases? If this is the case, or this is the case, right? So that's why we are applying the or condition here. So this is for the first case, case number 1. This is one. This is second case. So this is case number 1, and this is case number 2. Right? We are producing the salary as 2. So if, otherwise else if, otherwise else if, otherwise else if, else if, else if, else if, else if, and then finally we are going to print the salary. Now observe this program. Yes, everybody.
Sir,
Yes,
sir.
समझ आ रही conditions है.
Yes, sir.
why 66 students are there, and
Yes,
yes, Sunil Kumar,
sir.
Sunil Kumar. Sunil Kumar is there in the class. Yes, Sunil Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
पता चल गया कैसे करना? Yes, Ujjwal, Utkarsh, Vansh, Vignesh.
Yes, sir. समझ आ
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Clear, sir. Clear.
clear to everyone.
Yes, sir.
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 Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
Again, one more operator, logical not operator. The third logical not, the third logical operator is the not operator. So this will be the sign. You can see this particular sign on your keyboard as well. This operator reverses the result of the expression it operates on. Example are, if the expression evaluate to a non-zero value, then applying this not operator will result it in a 0 value. Simply. For example, if you take this particular case, let me take pen. For example, this particular condition is going to have a true result, but you have applied this not operator. So what will be the result? This is false. Okay. If this is false and you are applying the not operator, this is just a negation type of thing, right? It reverses it. It is 1. If it is 1 and you are applying this, then this is 0. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here 0, by saying the 0 and 1, I mean 1 is true and 0 is false. So let us take few examples and try to understand the working of these not operators. If the expression evaluates a non-zero value, then applying the not operator it to result in a 0, vice versa. If the expression evaluates to 0, then applying it will be the 1 and non-zero values, right? The same thing. So this means that not y less than 10. Okay. Alternately, if y is less than 10, okay, this is no. For example, we have this particular if flag. So this condition is given. So what does it mean? I want this flag to be true or false. Whenever this flag value will be true, then in fact this whole expression will be a false, right? So this is the same meaning that I want. Writing this is same like this one, flag equals to 0. So whenever the flag equals to 0, then only the if condition will execute. When this particular condition is true, when this particular condition will be true, then the flag value will be false or true. Yes, beta. When the flag value will be true or false, when the if condition will work.
False.
When this particular false value will be false. Okay.
False.
And we have applied the not operator, so it becomes if true. And whenever inside the if we have true, we are going to execute the statement inside if. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let's quickly take the preference orders. Okay. So we have these orderings. We, as we know, have now added the logical operators to the list of operators. So these operators and their priorities we can also, although we have shared this particular, operator precedence to you in the previous class in a very, a type of lengthy chart I have shared with you. Right? In this, these all operators are given. So the higher the position of the operator in the table, the highest the priority. Yes, we know. Okay. So this will be useful when you will seeing the this priority orders and the associativity kind of. Okay, this is the order. This is the highest, then down, then lowest is this one. This one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now finally what rest? Okay, summary, and then we have more. Okay. Now let's do some exercise, and then we'll come to the looping, right? So tomorrow we'll come to the loops. So let's finish this particular if else structure first. So now
Excuse me,
quickly
sir.
answer. Yes, better.
Sir, I have a doubt. Now 2 power 4 is equals to 16, sir. Like power. How can we represent it in a code, sir? Sir, like power function. How we have to represent power, sir? Like 2 power 4, 3 power 4.
Yeah, better that we have to use the power POW function in the programming. There is no straightforward method, but for that we have to use POW function.
Sir, how we have means? Will you teach us, sir, or is it completed?
No, you just write POW in the percent D, for example %D, then POW, and then you specify the argument POW 2 and then comma what power you want to do. For example, in the X I take 4, so you supply power then bracket 2 comma 4 in the %D.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now quickly answer these questions. Quickly answer these questions now. What will be the output of the following program? The first one, I am talking about this one.
So if you
Take
will
this side.
enter 5, then only it will print you enter 5, else it will print you enter something else.
This is not
Sir, it
equals
should
to
be equal to 5.
Beta, this is not equals to, this is assignment. This is just assignment. So this is true or false, we have studied this thing. So what will be the output?
Sir, you entered 5.
Okay, yes, everybody type.
For everyone,
Yes, sir.
you entered 5.
You
If
entered
I'm
5.
good,
प्लस
सर जीरो के अलावा कुछ भी डाल लो ये सही प्रिंट करेगा.
अगर हम कुछ भी डालते हैं, अगर हम कोई भी वैल्यू डालेंगे आएगी तो आंसर क्या रहेगा?
You entered 5.
You entered 5.
क्योंकि हम असाइंड कर रहे वैल्यू.
सर असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर से पहले प्लस का सिंबल क्यों दिया सर इसके?
ये वर्क करेगा क्या कहते हैं असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर.
हाँ है साइन. प्लस का साइन कहाँ पे है? प्लस का साइन थोड़ा ना है यहाँ पे.
छोटा सा है सर. नीचे सर इसके मतलब.
अरे वो
सब
कहाँ पे है?
अब गायब सर.
अरे वो मैंने पेन से लिखा हुआ था, वो अभी राइटिंग में हो गया.
Okay.
Okay, so the answer will always be you entered 5. Now observe the semicolon. Another common mistake while using the if statement is to write a semicolon after the condition. So if you are going to write the semicolon like this one, if you see in this particular example, here we have written this particular semicolon. So what will be the output?
Error, sir.
Error.
Error आ जाएगा.
You entered 5.
You entered 5 आज.
मैं सुन पाएगा
Hmm?
वो जैसे हमने ब्रैकेट लगा के उसको सिर्फ नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट माना जाता है.
रन करो दोबारा से, चलो क्विकली रन इट.
सर इसकी
Now,
स्टेटमेंट वही खत्म हो जाएगी ना.
लेट मी सी द कोड. ओके
5 डाल देंगे तो प्रिंट करेगा वरना नहीं करेगा.
where is this is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wait, one moment. So this was the code. So here we have applied semicolon, right? So let's try to enter some value. So let me enter 10 here. What you entered? I have entered 10, but it is showing. Okay, you just want that I should remove this one because in the actual code it was not given. So this structure was like this. Okay. So let me enter 20. So what should be the answer?
सर आंसर वैसे आना तो नहीं
You
चाहिए
entered
सर,
5.
बिकॉज सर
else
वी आर टर्मिनेटिंग द
statement
स्टेटमेंट.
है ही नहीं है.
Else नहीं दिया सर आपने.
सर कुछ नहीं
तो
दिखाएगा,
5
खाली
लेंगे
आएगा.
तो प्रिंट कर देगा. यदि 5 के अलावा कुछ
entered
लेंगे तो
होगा.
प्रिंट नहीं करेगा.
You entered 5 कर
खाली
सर
देगा.
else statement है ही नहीं.
You entered 5.
स्टेटमेंट सर है ही नहीं, कुछ दिखाना ही नहीं
Error
चाहिए
आना
सर.
चाहिए सर.
Error
कुछ
होनी
नहीं
चाहिए.
दिखा.
एरर नहीं आएगा सर.
सर सेमीकोलन
सर
में
ऐसा
if वही
सर
एंटर
आउटपुट कुछ
जाएगा.
नहीं आएगा बस.
चलो enter करते हैं. Okay. You entered 5?
You entered 5.
क्योंकि सेमीकोलन लगा के हमने बंद कर दिया ना वो फंक्शन.
Okay, yes.
Checking the
हाँ
Let me
problem.
run the,
बंद कर दिया.
Statement terminate हो गया.
let's enter 5 now. Again you entered 5?
Yes, sir.
It actually doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter what you are entering. It is always entered 5, entered 5. Why? अभी पढ़ा है हमने, अभी किया
So
हमने.
because
because
semicolon
sir,
after the
statement is
due to this.
सर हमने इस स्टेटमेंट टर्मिनेट कर दिया सर.
any condition ना sir.
Yeah.
सर else statement नहीं है.
इसके बाद
We
से
are
ये
just-
सेमीकोलन लगाना पड़ेगा.
We
ये
have
आगे
just
Semicolon
terminated
नहीं
the
होगा.
statement. It
सेमीकोलन
would
नहीं
say
लगेगा.
and it would stop there.
Beta, see one thing. Whenever we are going to enter any value of 5, so it goes to the if condition. It is going to check whether 10 equals to 5. Here it falls, right? So whenever the condition fails, where it will go? It immediately it will not enter into its structure. It will not go inside its structure. So what is its structure? Its structure, here we have not used any curly braces. Okay, that is fine. But what is inside its structure? We have only used the semicolon here. No statement is there inside the structure. Are you following this? So whenever this we are going to enter the 5. So although the condition was false, and so whenever the condition gets fails, which particular statement will it will execute it? The statement which is outside the if condition, it will get executed. So what is the condition outside the if statement? You entered 5. Now take another case.
Right. Else लेके और देखिए printf के बाद.
हाँ?
Yes sir.
Printf else लेके और देखिए.
देखिए सर.
वो बेटा वो तो देख लेंगे, पहले इसको समझो पहले ना, इसको भी देखेंगे. वन बाय वन चलेंगे.
नहीं सर ये समझ आ गया.
हाँ बेटा आपको आ गया, सबको करना है ना. हाँ सबको थोड़ी ना आ गया, सबको समझने दो पहले. अगर आप यहाँ पे यू आर गोइंग टू एंटर द 5 नाउ, जैसे 5 हमने एंटर किया ही है, तो कंडीशन गेट ट्रू. कंडीशन ट्रू होने के बाद क्या हुआ फिर? इट इनकाउंटर इट विल एंटर इनटू इट्स स्ट्रक्चर. एंड व्हाट इज इनसाइड इट्स स्ट्रक्चर? क्या है इसके स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर? सर कुछ है ही नहीं इसके स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर तो लेकिन एक बार उसने स्ट्रक्चर में अपना एंट्री किया और उसने फिर सेमीकोलन को एनकाउंटर किया, और जैसे सेमीकोलन को एनकाउंटर किया वो वहां से फिर एग्जिट कर गया, और फिर जो नेक्स्ट लाइन होगी उसको इमीडिएटली एग्जीक्यूट करेगा वो. So what is the next line? You entered 5. So the answer in both cases is 5.
सर अगर हम इस स्टेटमेंट के बाद जो printf है उसको हम कर्ली ब्रेसेस के अंदर इंक्लूड कर देते तो फिर क्या आएगा रिजल्ट?
Okay, so you want to say, should I delete this one now? Okay,
Yes,
Garima?
sir.
सर अगर
Yes, sir.
सेमीकोलन के साथ सर अगर हम
One-
सेमीकोलन के साथ printf को ब्रेसेस के अंदर डालते हैं फिर
उसको भी करेंगे. Let's try different conditions on this. Try to delete this one. Okay, what should be the output now? Quickly tell me. I am going to enter 5.
You have entered
You
5
have
I.
entered 5. You have entered 5.
Okay. Let me run it again. Let me enter what? 10. What will be the output?
no output.
Nothing. No output. 0 0.
No output.
Nothing. You got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Garima. Once.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, no output क्यों आएगा?
बेटा क्योंकि 10 में क्या हुआ होगा, 10 के बाद देखो हमने यहाँ पे कर्ली ब्रेसेस नहीं लगाया. जब हमारी एक स्टेटमेंट होती है तो हमें जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है कर्ली ब्रेसेस की. अदरवाइज हमने क्या बोला था कि आपको कर्ली ब्रेसेस हमें लगानी चाहिए, लेकिन नहीं लगाओगे. अगर एक स्टेटमेंट है तो बाय डिफॉल्ट क्या है, वो इफ के साथ ही जुड़ी हुई है. वो ये कुछ इस तरह से है. कैसे है ये देखो, अगर आप इसको ऐसे भी करोगे, दिस इज वन ऑफ द सेम थिंग, राइट. ये एक ही बात है. अगर आप इसको हटा दोगे तो तभी भी ये एक ही बात है, क्योंकि हमारे स्टेटमेंट उसके अंदर कितनी स्टेटमेंट्स है, केवल सिंगल स्टेटमेंट है. और जब हमारे पास सिंगल स्टेटमेंट होती है, हम कर्ली ब्रेसेस लगाओ या ना लगाओ कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. लेकिन हमने क्या बोला था कि हमें हमेशा लगानी चाहिए, अदरवाइज दैट विल मेक कंफ्यूज, व्हिच विल मेक अस कंफ्यूज, राइट.
Yes, sir.
So okay, this is what, right? Now you should be careful while doing such kind of stuff.
Else let it please try conversation.
Okay, now coming to okay, this is clear to everyone, I think. Now coming to summary of the logical operators. Quickly summarize all these things. Yes. Okay, everybody. This is fine. This is okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please kick out Bijli electricity.
What?
Sir, there's one spammer, sir. Bijli electricity in our conference right now.
What he is doing?
Yet he has done nothing, but he'll do something, sir.
He looks at.
You have done something in the other class also.
No, sir. In every other class, they'll come with
Different names.
different names.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whosoever this particular guy, Bijli, name is Bijli or who, whatever. So please inform him, or if he is available here, please inform him that this GoToMeeting is a paid version, and we can easily track the IP address of this person. And once the case, a corresponding case will be fired, police case can be registered on him. Once it will be done, then his career will get spoiled. Because we are using this a paid version of GoToMeeting, in every history of a particular person, including the IP addresses and everything, each and even little bit information we have. So please inform him. Maybe some I don't know who is. So maybe he is listening also. So please be informed that you will get the code, because we are not using a free version of GoToMeeting. This is a paid version, and every single little information, who enters, when enters, who leave, when leave, right? What is the IP address, everything we have. So do not do garbage in the class. Okay, so this was the summary of all the operators. I think it is pretty clear now. Now I assume that you will make some programs using the if-else conditions and using the logical, and or operators, and you just try to, solve some kind of problems. So you will be getting more familiar how we are going to actually using all these operators. Okay, fine, beta.
Sir. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Again, so I think we should resume it tomorrow now. Now we have one more operator, that is condition operator, very beautiful operator, right? So we'll try to resume it. We'll do it tomorrow. So we are left with the condition operators and some situation and summary, and then we have some testing problems, right? And after this, we will start with the looping.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Thank you,
lecture.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.